They say one sentence can change a life, but 2,000 years ago, a single sentence changed the world. It wasn't shouted from a throne. It wasn't written in gold. It was whispered by a man who owned nothing and yet carried everything. Love your enemies. 16 letters. Infinite meaning. The moment he said it, history was rewritten, because those words broke the logic of the world, a world built on revenge, fear, and pride. It was a declaration that a new kind of power had arrived on Earth, one that didn't conquer with swords, but with a force the world had never truly understood. Before that moment, power belonged to those who conquered. The strong ruled the weak, just as men, an eye for an eye. It was a cycle of retaliation, a spiral of violence where every injury demanded another in return. The world ran on the simple, brutal math of retribution, but this sentence, love your enemies, was the explosion of a new reality. It didn't just challenge the old laws, it rendered them obsolete. It was a law that defied all laws. It didn't make sense. How do you love someone who hurts you? How do you forgive the unforgivable? The question hangs in the air even today, because it asks us to do something that feels impossible, something that goes against every natural instinct for self-preservation. The answer is that this love, in its purest form, isn't an emotion. It's a transformation. It's not about feeling good, it's about being free. It asks the act of untying the chains of bitterness that bind you to the person who harmed you. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's the key that unlocks your own prison. He wasn't teaching weakness. He was revealing the greatest power the human spirit can hold. Think about it. Anyone can hate. It's easy. It's a reaction. Anyone can fight back. It's instinct. But to love what tries to destroy you, that requires a strength that isn't of this world. It requires a divine strength, because real love doesn't agree with evil. It dissolves it. It doesn't submit to darkness, it transforms it into light. It's like pouring water on a fire. The fire rages, but the water doesn't become fire. It simply extinguishes it with its own nature. This is the hidden power of love. It's an active, creative force that doesn't just endure suffering, but redeems it. Every empire that rose in anger eventually fell in anger. The Romans, the Mongols, the great conquerors of history, their power was built on fear, and it crumbled under the weight of more fear. But the kingdom he spoke of, a kingdom built on love, can never end, because its foundation isn't of this world. And when he said, love your enemies, he wasn't just talking about the people outside you. He was talking about the one inside you, the part of yourself you can't stand, the mistakes you can't forgive, the shame you carry, the fear you keep hidden in the darkest corners of your heart. That, too, is an enemy, and that, too, must be loved, because the enemy you defeat within is the only one that ever truly existed. All the conflicts we have with others are just reflections of the war we wage against ourselves. We project our own unforgiven faults onto others. Maybe that's why he said, forgive 70 times 7. Not because others deserve it that many times, but because your own heart needs to practice that kind of radical grace until it becomes second nature. It's a training for your soul. In his final breath, he proved what he preached. The ultimate act of power. As he hung on the cross, the world threw its absolute worst at him: betrayal, mockery, torture, and death. It broke his body, but it could not break his love. He looked down upon the faces contorted with hate, the soldiers gambling for his clothes, the crowd that had screamed for his crucifixion. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That single act, that final prayer, was the ultimate demonstration of strength. It didn't just save souls, it redefined what it means to be strong. True strength isn't the ability to fight back, to crush your opponents. It's the ability to stay loving when the world gives you every single reason not to. It's the power to absorb all the world's hatred and return only love. 2,000 years later, those words still echo. They ripple through time, from the deserts of Judea to the chambers of our own hearts. They call us to a higher way of being. They remind us that love is not a reaction, it's a decision, a conscious choice we make every single day. It's the choice to see the divine spark in someone who has forgotten their own. It's the sentence that began the healing of humanity, and it still can, one heart at a time. The world teaches you to win. He taught you to awaken. And when you learn to love without reason, to forgive without condition, you join the only revolution that never ends. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more reflections. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.